Hello, and thank you very much for tuning in to FCB Wing. This is our the last episode of the Road to Regionals. Not to worry, FCB Wing will be back after the regional tournament, but we won't call it the Road to Regionals. What we got here? Let's take a look. Take a look at these lists while the boys set up. We have Tabletop General on the left. He's going to be playing two-ship Empire list with Soontir Fell, with Push the Limit, Royal Guard, TIE, Stealth Device, and Auto Thrusters. Next to Captain Oiken with Predator, Proximity Mines, Darth Vader, Rebel Captive, Gunner, Dauntless, and Engine Upgrade. Two pretty expensive ships there, especially that Decimator. Against Kurt, using the list he's going to play at our tournament. That's Wedge Antilles with Predator and R2-D2. 10 Numb with Swarm Tactics, Spangler Cannon, and Advanced Sensors, and 2 Bandit Squadron Pilots. So how's everybody doing tonight? Really appreciate you tuning in, as usual. Grab the scoreboard here. The guys are throwing out their obstacles. In just 1 second, I'll find out which player has initiative. Now, during the tournament itself, I will not be interfering with the players beyond the initial setup phase. I'm not going to go out and ask them what crits are. If they remember to show me, that's great. If not, we'll just have to roll with it, because I don't want to interfere with players playing a tournament, and we're going to run tonight exactly the same. We're even going to have a countdown game timer up on the screen, should we deem that necessary. How's everybody doing? If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. We're monitoring. But other than that, I'm wait till the guys are set up, and then I'll go out and give them the go-ahead. The general there just tossing out an asteroid. This looks like good enough, I suppose. Looks like the bandits are going to deploy down at the bottom corner there. Here, I'll move Kurt's list name out the screen, away from the ships. They're a little bit easier to see. Marty Marr, I love Wave 1 too. Wedge is still awesome, and even I think the named X-wings are still pretty good, in my opinion. It's the they could use some sort of mobility action, but really the generics could use a little push in the right direction. But this Wedge and Wes Jansen especially are still played a lot down here. And there are the rebels in formation down there at the bottom right side of the game play area. Soontir Fell is going to tuck in right next to Captain Oiken. First dials are going down, and then I will give them the official game clock starting announcement thing. Okay, I think I see 4 dials, and the match is going. Clock is running, gentlemen. Go ahead. And we're off. Venice, take a 3 straight off the starting line. Yeah. I covered that really quickly. So Marty Mar, I was kind of hoping that the problem is extra munitions takes up a torpedo slot. The X-wing only has 1 torpedo slot, so it's not going to help the X-wing quite so much. Lambot's in here and he's complaining that I'm hogging the mic. Do you have something to say, Lambot? Please talk a lot. I hope he's eating some pretzels. I hope he crunches them loudly into the microphone.
I would never do that. So Kurt on the Rebels side here, this is actually a list he's played with some. We did a regionals warm-up tournament like a month ago or so, and he made 3rd place with this list. What's funny is actually there were 2 10-up with Mangler Cannon lists in the top 4. Second place made the second place being the other Mangler Cannon. Yes, the spammer. I think, was he running that list on the stream a couple weeks ago? Otherwise, Tabletop General, he actually just started playing this list, but he's starting to like it. That's what he's told me. It's a little different than the normal Rear Admiral Chernu. Instead of Chernu, he's got Oinkin, but how he's basically said it is he has Oinkin identify the biggest threat, which is probably 10-up, maybe Wedge. I guess with Soontir, probably Wedge. Or no, 10-up, because he has the Mangler Cannon. But
10-up could conceivably be a pretty big threat. Soontir Fel shouldn't have a whole lot of issues staying out of in front of 10-up here, but certainly find out.
So yeah, he likes to identify the biggest threat to Soontir, and just he said he literally shoves Oinkin down his throat until one of them dies, because he just goes and rams them. So that's apparently that's what he has said his strategy is with Oinkin. So we'll see how he does that here. Right now, Oinkin's much further away. So one advantage actually the Spammers list had over this one is that he runs Veteran Instincts on both Wedge and 10-up to make them pilot skill 10, which helps with all the Soontir Fells and Han Solos that are at pilot skill 9.
Wedge would be a pilot skill 11, Lamb. You're a rocket scientist. You should learn how to math.
I'm saying that the Spammers list is 10s. He uses crack. So, tell me I don't know how to add. I'm aware that Wedge is a pilot skill 9. I am aware. So, also, we have the regionals coming up this weekend. If you guys have any questions for the about the regionals, what's going on there? Last I checked, we're at 79 registered, I think. Or we have at least 76, and there's some more added.
79, that's awesome. Last time I heard it was 63, so we were just about to break into 6 rounds.
Yeah, so it's going to be 6 rounds with the top 8 this weekend. It's going to be a long week. Yeah, Yasan is definitely very helpful with the Decimator, but what is he running on there? Proximity mines is an interesting. I like Yasan more than Vader usually, but Captive helps and Gunner definitely helps too, especially with Predator.
Just drink whatever.
So right now, they're the rebels are just going straight forward still.
Korean Jesus, we will stream as long as it takes to play one match, take a 15 or 20 minute break, and then play a second match. I can definitely see us running at least to 10 o'clock, probably 10:30 or 11. We've recently been running a bonus match after the two featured games. We're not going to have time for that today because after we're done here, we're going to prep the shop for the tournament this weekend. But yeah, I'd say at least another 2 hours.
So right now they're kind of just lining up to approach each other still. Oinkin's got to take like a 3-bank almost next turn to avoid that rock right in front of him. Still be kind of going towards the enemy.
At some point in the near future, Kurt is just going to take a big right face and point all of those firing arcs back in the same way. By the way, Audio Weasel, because you're back in the U.S., I expect to see you here on Sunday. Korean Jesus, the tournament pre-show will begin promptly or shortly after. Those mean the same thing, right? 10:15 a.m. on Saturday. The tournament itself begins at 11 o'clock. That's Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m.
Yeah, I have some experience running this list. I ran it at a store championship, except I had Admiral. And the problem I had, the same problem that I think James has said he's had. Got a right turn here coming from the rebels. They're probably all about to go that direction. But so the problem I've had is running against you run into those like rebel swarm lists, and they can do quite a number on your ships.
Yes, Boredom pwned you. They will absolutely be on YouTube, but because there's going to be so many more games than there usually is on a normal show night, normal episode, it'll probably take several days for them all to be visible up there. We're absolutely going to have some fire this turn. Looks like some bandits are at range 2 of Captain Oiken, and those Rebel Aces are about to take a right face and unload a bunch of guns on that Decimator.
Yeah, they're probably all doing a 2-turn here. But Oiken took that 3-bank, like I was saying, and it looks like he's got a focus token. Of course, that's really going to be more for the offense than the defense, but he might get down to, I'm thinking Kenkirk, so yeah.
Audio Weasel, Virginia is if it's within 1,000 miles, then you should be at our. That's how I feel. And Virginia is absolutely within 1,000.
It's just a plane right away. But really at this point we're getting really close to capacity also. But hopefully any of you guys out there that are planning to come and haven't registered, you should.
Capacity isn't a thing. Don't let him scare you.
It's definitely a thing. I only have so many times.
The tiles on the floor are 3x3. We can just have games underneath other games on the floor.
No.
They're 1 foot square, so you use 9 tiles of the floor.
Sounds like an awful idea. We were talking about having the VIP table that's next door at the Cuban restaurant at their bar, but I don't know if the Cuban restaurant will we should ask. What do you think they'll say if we ask them if we can take up their bar the entire day?
Considering how many Cuban sandwiches they're going to sell in that 10.5 hours, I don't think they complain a whole lot.
They usually do a drink special too, actually. Yeah, Oinkin's definitely going to take some damage this turn. Joke's on Wedge, though. He doesn't have any evade to take away from him. Getting a little closer here with Soontir. Soontir's going to have a shot also.
Audio Weasel, I'll consider your best a confirmation. Looks like it's going to be Wedge Antilles on Captain Oiken. Dice are going down for the first time in the match. At
our store championship, since you're talking about it, Boredom pwned you. We had one guy that got, I think he got, they do a like bucket. It's quite a bit of mojito, and the guy got 2 of them, and just he was decided he wanted to drop. Came back after drinking 2 of them, and decided, you know what, I want to stay.
That is 3 damage from Wedge Antilles on Captain Oiken, first blood of the match. Whoa, Audio Weasel, I don't know what's going on there. I might need to disable some features of my auto monitor.
I guess it wants you to stop spamming though. Whatever that.
Soontir fell. Looks like 3 hits versus 1 evade on. 3 hits versus no evades on 10 up.
Nub's taking some damage already. Usually James, when he sees this, he's told me that he likes to go right after 10 Nub and take him out as soon as possible.
Look, I missed it, but I think 10 Nub whiffed. And now the bandit is taking shots at Decimator. 1 more shield off the Decimator.
Got 3 dice going out. It's like 1 hit. He's gonna use the focus for 1 hit. And it's a critical. Beat it. So got a critical one. Oh, it looks like he's gonna lose his predator. Go down to pilot skills. It's just lose predator and his pilot. Which is just wonderful for Oiken, because now he just doesn't get to ramp. They're asking for, I think he took the list off so that because it was covering ships.
No, there's a small technical mistake there. It's annoyingly irritating to change the font on the list, and apparently I changed it to a font, or it's irritatingly easily to change the font, and I changed it to one that doesn't exist. Right, that's totally what happened. That was swarm tactics from that from 10 Nub on that band.
But it looks like so we got a crit 2 hits on the Decimator so far. Got another whiff there. Got a 1 hit, no hits. It was 1 hit. So we got 4. So we got 8 hull left on Oiken. I think he lost Predator from that crit. He put it on top of Predator. The real question is, where do you go with Oiken at this point? I'd almost
Run into 10 Nub. Why not?
I think he lost his pilot ability. And also, if he aims to hit 10 Nub, those bandits are going to actually aim to kind of block him from ramming 10 Nub. Unless, he does. That's what I do.
Marty Mar, you may be right. We believe he got an injured pilot, but if he did not, he's going to run into somebody and deal damage.
I'm going to see him doing like a 4 forward just to get behind him. But he's only got 8 hull left, which went away pretty quickly. So we got a 1 forward from that Z95 to block the ram. And another 1 forward from the other bandit. So the real question is, would he make a 4 forward? Right, so let's see where the Decimator goes. It's going to do a 3 bank.
Attempting to do a 3 turn to his left, I believe. I'm going to mark some ships to see where the ship actually lands. The best situation for the general would be to clear that rebel formation entirely, even if he has to eat that rock on his left side. Well, no, because the damage happens to the person that he backs up to hit. So if he hits anyone, then he's going to back up and just hit Bandit 2 up the front. Free action from the Dauntless title after running into that bandit. So Captain Oiken takes a stress and throws down a proximity mine. Num uses advanced sensors to barrel roll to his right. Then I'm seeing maybe a 1 bank to get nice up and close to that Decimator. Oh, a 2 turn. No, not a bad decision there. Trying to save some fire against his heaviest hitter there. And it may very well give Tin Num a shot on Soontir Fell. Soontir's way out at range 3 right now, but that arc is really big when it's that far away. I agree, Audio Weasel. It looks like somebody's going to have to K-turn onto that mine, or he's going to have to go around it and not have guns on for a round or 2 to avoid the mine. Soontir Fell takes a 2 bank. Looks like he's narrowly avoided Tin Num's arc there. He's going to have to give up fire, but he's going to save a lot of points. And Soontir Fell boosts around the bottom of the screen. He'll probably just hang out. Nobody has guns on him. I'd probably expect a 1 turn from Soontir next turn. All right, we got Wedge Antilles range 1 against Captain Oiken. I'm seeing looks like a hit and a focus. Yep, focus for 2 hits. 2 more damage against Captain Oiken. Captain Oiken is down to 6 hull. All right, we have Tin Num taking... Oh, no, I think we have a Swarm Tactics Bandit 1 taking a range 1 shot on the Decimator and take who sustains another damage. And I think... All right, we have Oiken range 1 against, I would guess, Wedge Antilles. 1 hit, 1 evade. The shot is canceled. Gunner activates. 4 dice again. Looks like something nasty. 2 hits. And 2 evades again. That Wedge Antilles is not having it right now. Marty Marr, it's not looking like he's going to choose to activate Darth Vader. Probably because Wedge can just take a green maneuver and heal that damage next turn. So he'd essentially be taking 2 damage to do nothing. But that proximity mine's in a really great spot though, because Wedge has to go straight ahead, or he doesn't have to go straight ahead, but he's probably going to do a green maneuver. The bandits, if one of the bandits K-turns, he's going to land on that proximity mine. Yeah, Wedge is stressed from Rebel Captive, so he's not going to be able to make a K-turn. But so I'm thinking if Captain Oiken goes to the right, he might avoid some shots. I'm seeing 7 damage cards and 5 hull. All right, they're just making sure that our damage is accurate there on the screen. Lambot was just saying, you probably couldn't hear him, that we're almost certain it was an injured pilot because he did do a free damage to the Z95. He bumped, and also he didn't roll a die from Predator when he got all those blanks on his attacks.
So the band's getting out of the way, so if Oiken pilots well, he'll be able to get some free shots on them, and probably at Wedge, too.
Bandits take a hard right. See where Oiken's going to land here. Oiken goes 2 straight ahead, runs into Wedge Antilles, in turn runs into 10 Nub and moves nowhere. Green maneuver. He's not going to be able to use Dauntless again, though, because Dauntless does not work if you had a stress before you bump, even if you do a green maneuver. That's, of course, because of the check pilot stress step. The free action would take place before your stress is removed, making the free action illegal. Similar ruling to the Night Beast card, a TIE Fighter pilot.
He's probably going to end up blocking Wedge here, though. Wedge probably did a 2-turn. Or no, his 2-turn's not green for Wedge. They probably did like 1 bank.
It's either 1 straight, 1 bank, or 2 straight. Or he could have chosen to just get out of there and not clear his stress, but not likely because if he doesn't hit the Decimator, he's going to probably take some fire.
Probably going to take fire from Soontir anyway, though. Because Soontir's going to do like a 1-turn here.
That's what I was thinking. So that obviously the best situation for Wedge is to get a focus action, even if it's just for defense.
Looks like he blocked the 2K from 10 Nub, so he expected Oiken to get out of there.
Curious as to why he didn't advance sensors there. Oh no, he did. He took a focus action.
Right, so he wants to be able to at least focus against Soontir shooting, and then he took the 1 bank on Wedge. Wedge is actually going to run into 10 Nub here, so Wedge is going to be getting a shot against Oiken, which is not the worst thing. So he just...
Not the worst thing, but highly unlikely Wedge can clear Oiken, and Wedge might take a shot from Oiken and Soontir Fell, which can absolutely clear next wing.
So Soontir just does a turn in here, and he's got a focus token. All right, looks like Soontir into Wedge. or sorry, Wedge into Oinkin. Range 1. Got Predator. And got 2 more hits in there. So he's down to 3 hull. So now you got Soontir into Wedge. Looks like range 1. We got just 4 hits straight up on Wedge here with a focus, and he's gonna got 2 shields off and taking a crit. Not gonna tell me what it is. All right, so that's 3 damage in there on a Wedge. And Oinkin is now shooting at Wedge. So he just needs 2 more damage in on Wedge, and he's got that gunner, so range 1 and gunner, so this might work out for him. So he got 2 hits. Wedge took a crit as well. So he's down to 2 hull, and he might just, looks like he got 1 more damage, so he's got 1 hull left on Wedge. Not quite what he wanted, but looks like another crit. Oh, well, no, it's a direct hit on... Got a direct hit on Wedge. Wedge is out. Lucky break there for the Empire. Somewhat lucky, I guess. Get rid of one of the big hitters. Now the B-Wing's in a really bad spot because he's stressed and he's going to be facing the wrong direction. Same with those bandits, which I don't even know where... I don't know where I'd even go with those bandits at this point. Maybe K-turn bandit 2. You gotta like do like a 2-turn with bandit 1. Is the Decimator up? I thought it was at 3. Yeah, it is at 2 hull. Or 1 hull.
He did indeed find Wedge's lack of faith disturbing, and we just updated the screen here. It looks like Captain Oinkin has 1 hull remaining.
That's what it is. He baited Wedge to finish him off.
That's what happened. Yeah, way to go, viewers, for keeping up better track than we are. He did a lot of damage, did 4 damage to Wedge, and then used Darth Vader to take 2 damage on the Decimator, but pop Wedge Antilles and get him off the table.
It's going to very quickly turn into 2 bandits versus Soontir here, though.
2 bandits can't beat Soontir Fell.
Sometimes I think just an entire squad of 100 points can't beat Soontir Fell.
Not now that he has auto. Double turrets can beat Soontir Fell.
I found that my triple turrets beat Soontir pretty well, too.
How do you fit 3 turrets? Oh, is it Y-Wings?
2 Hawks and a Y-Wing.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah, Lambot's double Hawk Y-Wing list, which is pretty awesome. All right, 3 bank from Captain Oinkin. Ooh, unfortunately, that puts him right in front of that Z95. He does get to fire first. He's not going to clear the Z95.
He might get 3 damage and suicide Vader him.
That could happen. See how it goes.
Can't give those rebels the satisfaction of actually killing the Decimator. Of course, at that point, he would have done 4 damage just to himself. So that's like almost a third of his health.
10 nom plus Mangler can absolutely hurt Soontir Fell. The tabletop general is a pro interceptor player. Soontir Fell will never be in front of 10 nom again.
Well, he can. It's just not likely. especially with Soontir being a higher pilot skill. He did have problems when Tabletop General did have problems with his triple interceptors though when he's facing the pilot skill 10 nub.
However, that thing that we were talking about with the Bandit Squadron pilot has just become impossible because 10 num is got guns on Captain Oiken with an unblockable critical damage. Or no, he one bank at the barrel. Soontir fell, bumps into 10 num, but that's not a terrible thing. Soontir's not taking any fire this turn. There's some damage from 10 num, and Captain Oiken is down for the count.
So now it is just the waiting game of how long till Soontir kills everyone else. I don't know if the Tabletop General saw that move from 10 nub coming. Isn't 10 nub stressed?
10 num got stressed from shooting the rebel captive on Oiken.
That's right. I was wondering how he got there. All right. So what are the odds on Soontir hitting his own mine?
Not likely. You know what I actually see happening here, and some people might laugh at me. 10 num has to go straight because he has a stress. I'm calling a K turn from the interceptor because James, the Tabletop General, always talks about doing K turns with interceptors, and he might do it here.
Yeah, he could. It probably is the best way to actually get him in arc, because if he just does like a one turn, then 10 nub's probably going to barrel roll towards him to 10 nub's left to try to make sure that he can't just turn and shoot. But you'll get that focus, which will be beneficial to his battle strategies. That Bandit's probably gonna do like a 3. Bandit 2's probably gonna do a 3 bank. Bandit 1's probably gonna do it. Turn to its left, right, to the right. It's my right. It's left. And you got the Bandit banking in, trying to just spread his arcs out as much as he can to try to find Soontir in a crosshair. Got a 2. Yep.
So if he does that 3K or even a 5K I was talking about, he's out of arc of both ships and can have his way with 10 num.
It's a true story. Did he not take an action? Okay, 1. And 10 nub's just going to go one straight. Get rid of that stress. Probably going to do a barrel roll here. I didn't get out of arc of the Soontir.
The Soontir?
Said of Soontir, but yeah.
Oh, you said of the Soontir. Yeah. It's okay to call him the Soontir. He's that big a bad.
Yeah. Well. So let's see what the Soontir does here. And I get really precise with this barrel roll. So many of you viewers out there excited for this painting contest we got this weekend. Some part of that contest is going to be actually done through. Look at that, he did the 3K, just like you said.
He always talks about doing it, and he never does. I'm glad to see that he did.
Yeah. So part of the contest is actually going to be done by the viewers through either Twitch or on the Facebook page.
I think we're going to post pictures, and then the most likes will contribute to the voting, but players can vote on it too. Looks like some damage from the Baron onto 10 nub. 1 damage card onto 10. Oh, 10 nub is out.
Must miss some damage there. So 10 nub's gone. So now it is just two bandits versus Soontir.
But one of those bandits does have a shot on the Baron, so I hope for the best.
I think we're going to Marty Mar, since you're asking. I think we're going to have them on We're gonna have a thing on the Facebook page. We're gonna have the Facebook event. We're gonna post all the pictures. So look for it there. Like it the hard way.
Yeah, I was just talking about how whenever a ship dies here, I try to add up the number of upgrades on that ship instead of just looking at the points that are left, which is way easier. So in that amount of time, I figured out that 10-9 was worth 40 points when I could have just said, oh, there's 2 bandits left on the table. That's 24 points. But right now, it's... Oh, if time ran out or if no other ships die in the next 40 minutes, it's actually a modified win in favor of the Tabletop General. I seriously doubt that's how it's going to turn out, but that's what I was saying. They do have 40 minutes left, so it's highly unlikely. But it's just interestingly close scoring, I guess is my point.
If they ran 40 minutes out, I might DQ them for stalling.
Audio Weasel, I'm certainly rooting for the Empire here. Kurt's a nice guy, but I've always been an Empire guy myself. Lately I've been playing Scum, but anything but the Rebels is basically how I feel. Except for that one time that I played the Rebels on the show and creamed that handsome Nick, but that's another story.
That's because he can't beat B-Wings, but yeah. This is exactly why I don't like playing Z95s, is because every time I play them, this situation happens where I'm facing either an interceptor or a phantom, and it's like, alright, well, I'm going to move some more, and let's see if I actually get to shoot you this turn. And then when I actually do, it's like, alright, I get 1 hit. Oh, look, you evaded it like 6 times over.
Amazingly measured 4 straight there from Soontir Fel, clearing his stress, and now he's going to probably take some action.
Barrel roll just to make sure. He doesn't want to get his ship all, charred up from their engines.
I was going to say so we could make sure that he had plenty of room for the table edge, whatever you think.
No, definitely for aesthetics.
I almost see a K-turn from both Z's, except that Bandit number 2 is probably landing on that rock, so that's probably actually not what's going to happen. Soontir might take a 2-turn and then wrap around with a boost or something of that nature. He might have just tried to set himself up for another K-turn. That would put him range 3 of Bandit 1 that just performed a 3K here. Uh-oh, it does look like Bandit 2 is going to be on that asteroid. We'll see momentarily. Oh no, Bandit 2 actually does a 2-turn, trying to spread some marks out. Maintain the goal light there was to maintain some shot on Soontir Fel. Any shot's better than no shot, except Soontir's going to take a 1-turn and then barrel roll right out of arc, and then be long range from Bandit 1. Oh, actually, Lambot's thinking that it's range 2. It actually does look like it's going to be range 2 from Bandit 1. So, he's going to turtle up.
He has that range 1, though, on, he's got, looks like double focus there, but, I mean, he's got the range 1 on the Bandit, so.
Looks like 2 hits against Bandit 2. Focus for 2 evades. No damage. Two damage from Bandit 1 on Soontir Fel. And focus for a big turn of nothing. Wasn't that exciting? Great game of X-Wing here.
This is 4 minutes of dancing. I don't think the Bandits have a 1-turn, though, do they?
No, they have a 1 bank. It's an X-Wing, but the greens are speed 2, and the K-turn's a 3.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Audio Weasel saying he bet he wish he could do a 1-turn.
Rebel ships can't do 1-turns, except for B-Wing.
And the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I feel like Dash can do it too. He can barrel roll.
Dash can barrel.
Them changing barrel rolling for big ships is Dash's fault.
Basically. But then again, like, there weren't really rules for it before, other than the Millennium Falcon could move absurdly far if you gave extra hand.
Well, since you asked, Matchstick Man, we are having a painting contest at regionals. Weren't you just here? You must have left.
Who's Matchstick Man? Do we know him? Yes, Matchstick Man. There will be a repaint contest, and winners will be chosen via popular vote at the tournament, as well as number of likes received on Facebook. We will take pictures and upload all the images there. Soontir fell taking a hard turn and barrel roll. Probably trying to find a good spot to set up some damage next turn.
And if you guys are planning on coming and don't have a ship to submit for the painting contest, Chad will probably still take commissions.
I would, in any other situation, I would suggest commissioning Chad. However, Chad's competing and he's going to beat you, so he'll paint something that's worse than the one that he painted.
Yeah, well, he actually put a tutorial up recently on how he did it, which is interesting.
Matchstick, what happens if Kurt runs this list?
He probably has a bad matchup against the Bangler Cannon B-Wing, is what I'm thinking. So I think he's still running the Corrin Horn and Dash list. So having the auto crit every turn with Bangler Cannon 10-dub and Wedge is kind of scary with the big evade ships. Or dancing around from these two.
Yeah, and that Bandit's really close to the edge down at the bottom. Bandit 1.
You can 2-turn out of there.
Oh, Soontir's on a rock. Oh, that hurts. Wait, what happened? Oh, no, he was trying to boost. Then he could. Never mind. Come on.
You need to settle down. I forgot you changed to double IGs. You were playing it earlier. I don't know why I didn't remember. So what do you guys think? Who's gonna? What list is gonna be taking home the big prize this weekend?
Fat turrets.
No, it's got to be Thug Life.
I really hope Thug Life goes up.
Actually, no, I will personally give the person a handshake if they run my two Hawks list and win. Bug Zappers is a good one. I like that one. I think our local guy that plays that isn't playing though. Now, I don't want any of these fat turrets. I'm not saying I'll fix the numbers, but I'd like to see some Thug Life winning.
Duet turrets? Is that like two turrets that sing like harmonizing pitches?
Need like a barbershop quartet. And that should be the name of his list, the Barbershop Quartet. Wouldn't that be cute? Are they really not shooting each other again?
It appears as though they're not shooting each other again.
Oh no, he's boosting. He might actually shoot. Oh, he's got a barrel roll to get over there. The bandits probably feel stupid. He's stressed and looking at a rock. You know, of all the lists that I see a lot, I don't think I know anyone in the Atlanta area that actually runs Panic Attack Audio Weasel.
which means you probably win if you came to the tournament. I'll see you Saturday.
That is not what that means. That just means you'll probably be the only one running it. Of course, we have tons of people coming from all over the place. Like, I've seen some people from, like, obviously Georgia, because, you know, we're in Atlanta, but I've seen Tennessee, Alabama. So, you know, Doug's come from, what, Indiana? Wherever he's from?
Yeah, I think Doug Kinney, Hothy, to those who know Hothy, probably Indiana, I think, maybe.
Yeah, wherever he's from. I've seen some North Carolina, South Carolina.
He's flying out of Chicago.
When did Jason run Panic Attack? Matchstick Man? Because I remember him running the 4 Bs and a Z at the Giga tournament. He must have run it at the Tight tournament. Seeing if this bandit hits the rock or not. And he's going to have to 2-turn again. Oh, did he run it after Worlds? It's a interesting list, but you have to have, what, three or four Phantoms in order to run it? Because you got to have that Tactician. I think it's three because you put them all on Bs. Or the 3 Bs, and then you have a Y-Wing.
Y-Wing with R3A2, right?
Yep. It's definitely a very interesting list. Or a nice friend, that's true. That's how Ryan was able to play Bug Zapper. You gotta have 6 or 7 Z's with the upgrade.
Looks like we might see some firing this turn if the general takes a barrel roll or not.
I think he has him in an arc still. Oh, he thinks he has him in arc at least. We're gonna see if he actually does. Yeah, he's got it.
And it even looks like range 1.
That we might actually finish this game. 2 hits. Against. Is that nothing? All right, that's 2 shields off. This game might end. I'm telling you, Audio Weasel, it's just a plane ride away.
Or 10.5 hours in the car, whichever you prefer.
Is it that far to Virginia?
Depends on where, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Because Raleigh's like 7 hours. That's not too far from Virginia. So maybe 9 hours. I guess 9 or 10 hours is about right. That panda's like, what was that behind me? Let's turn around. And I bet this guy's got a 2-turn again. He's just going. Oh, he's going the other way. I thought he was, maybe he got like damaged engine or something. He's just like, you must only 2-turn for the rest of the game.
Now, if he takes a 3-turn and then a 4 straight, he'll land on that proximity. Not that would happen.
That's the thing with proximity mines is that they're more to kind of shut down like a particular lane than actually like doing damage usually. Oh, sorry, I'll say it quieter. It's only a plane ride away. You can still make it.
The Baron takes a 1-turn, takes a bunch of tokens, and it's going to be 2 hits against Bandit 1.
And looks like you got 1 hit there. 1 critical.
Looked like a weapon malfunction. I'm not exactly sure, though.
It didn't do anything is the important. He put it face down, so it's probably munitions failure. Maybe you could bring your wife, too. She can play, right? One of these like years, I'm gonna actually like have the time to come up to Virginia. That's one of those things I want to end up doing. Of course, I say the same thing about Gen Con.
Audio Weasel, if I find out you went to the Raleigh tournament, didn't come to ours, I'm gonna be really upset with you.
So mad. I actually have some coworkers that commute to Atlanta from Raleigh every week. They hate driving.
That does sound awful.
Well, I keep telling them they can move to Atlanta because they work there.
Finally clearing that stress off Bandit 2 after, I want to say, 4 or 5 turns.
Bandit 2's just off in his own world at this point. Bandit 1 slowly creeps forward, hoping that he can actually shoot at Soontir this turn.
I'm guessing Soontir goes 2 straight, just runs into.
No, he got the 2 bank. He might still run into it. No, he clears him. So he might just boost here and go after Bandit 2 instead. I guess, I was saying, they got 40 minutes to finish this, and they've taken half of that time already. Well, I can't promise you that she'd win everything. So, but it's fun to it is fun to go to tournaments and play with people you'll probably never see again.
If she does want to win something, or you do, tell her to sign on to our stream this weekend on Saturday, and you can enter a raffle to win a free ship, which we will be announcing shortly after this match ends, by the way. So stay tuned. And then right after that, we'll have a second featured game for, I'm going to guess, starting sometime around 9:30.
It's definitely what I look at these tournaments for, though, is that it's not necessarily it's like, oh, I have this chance of winning all this money. It's I'm paying however many dollars to be able to have like 6 guaranteed good games with people I've probably never played against.
That's one of my favorite things about going to big tournaments is, sitting here on league night, I have a great time, but I play against the same people every week. Whereas at a big tournament like a regional, you play against people you've never met before. You meet a lot of great people. You play a lot of great X-Wing.
Yeah, we're trying to. I'm working on trying to get some more big tournaments in Atlanta this year. I'm actually starting to talk to some of the big conventions to try to do some big tournaments there. Paul Heaver does do that. Like I look at Imperial Assault also, and it looks like he apparently decided that X-Wing is just not enough for him. He's going to start running over Imperial Assault too.
I don't think those tournaments are the same time at World, so he could triple World Championship X-Wing and then win Imperial Assault because he's that good.
He could. I could definitely see. The only problem with Imperial Assault right now is all the regionals are like 6 or 8 people. But
easier to win a 6-person tournament than a 70-person tournament.
Like a 200-person tournament. You just got to have the will of the warrior. $70 plus people for what kind of tournament, Audio Weasel? 'Cause that's definitely what it's going to end up being here, is a Star Wars themed stress test. We're going to see how hot we can make the store with just body heat.
Bossman just today installed an extra air conditioner because of the tournament.
Well, and he's needed it, but definitely also because of the tournament. It is going to be hot.
When we first started doing this show, it was in the middle of the winter and it was 35 degrees outside, and the AC was still blasting back here in the office, so it was absurdly back. Now it's pretty hot.
Why do they have a walker back?
Don't ask questions.
I'm concerned, but whatever. So, more not shooting each other.
We're going to see a lot of not shooting each other, Lamp. You're going to have to live with it.
I'm gonna have to go and remind them they have to actually start doing this. I guess Virginia's in a different region, so I hadn't looked at where all those like Central East or whatever region that is. tournaments were. The biggest one I've seen still is the Madrid one. So they had, I think, 110 entrants in a 64-player wait list. Like, I don't know how they managed to get that many people. Or why 64 people signed up for the waiting list.
That's what happens when every X-Wing player in an entire country goes to the same tournament.
There's another one in Spain that got like half as many people. Weird stuff. Madrid, the center of lots of people for X-Wing, apparently. I guess it's somewhat central-ish for Europe.
It is the capital of like a major power-holding nation in Europe.
When's the last time Spain did something? Other than, like, running of the bulls.
My brother did the running of the bulls once. Well, no, he didn't run, but he was on, like, the third floor where they couldn't reach him. He said it was the craziest thing he's ever been to in his life.
I went to a rodeo, and that's just one bull at a time. I can only imagine. I actually did go to a rodeo this weekend. It was really exciting for no reason. Dude, definitely.
Bandit 1 just got nuked by Soontir Fel.
Well, not nuked. It's more like he kind of got poked by him and eventually worked. Not all the European tournaments have been like that, though, Matchstick, man. A lot. I guess some of the more northern European ones, they haven't had as many people. I know Brussels is where my bro's at, because that's where Thug Life won. I think there's 2 places now that Thug Life has won at.
I-Wings are winning tournaments. Excited about it.
Yeah, I think Double IG's won, or some people call it Brobots. They that's what won in Madrid.
And Kurt is just running away. He might be trying to just run the timeout and save some points for MOV, I suppose. Or at least that's what he would be thinking at a tournament setting.
I'm gonna act like I know who that is, Audio Weasel, but you can tell everyone else so that they know. Corvus Belli. Sounds like a soccer. Of course, I guess I just say that because all Spanish people sound like soccer players. Yeah, we're very much a fan of FC Barcelona here, mostly because that's also FCB.
For the record, Boss Man hates FC Barcelona.
He does not. He just hates FC Barcelona fans that thinks his store is a FC Barcelona fan club. Thug Life just likes, they're just like, we didn't choose the Thug Life. Thug Life chose us. Yeah, my most fun I've had with Thug Life is running 5 Y-Wings with auto blaster turrets. That was surprisingly fun. I definitely think you need that unhinged astromech, though. Oh, they make Infinity. Interesting. I've never actually played Infinity, but I've heard it's fun. They're going for time for some reason, because, MOV matters in these streams. Looks like we got 3 hits there. Game is finally over. That bandit just could not hold on. He was going for the kill on Soontir. Alright, so that's the end of the match here. We got a 100 to 65 win for the Tabletop General. Yep, not the best MOV, but when it comes to the tournaments, it's score comes first. So if you can win all your matches, you can win them all. You can win them all. 87 to 100, if you really need to. As long as you get that win. Now, if you lose a match, having that really bad MOV will probably not make you top 8, but especially this weekend, though. I think with how many people we're gonna have, we might not get a lot of people that have multiple losses in the top 8. Haven't quite done the math on it.
Okay, guys, we're going to give the players a minute to clean up, and then we'll have them in here for a chat. And then right after that, I'm going to be announcing my streaming giveaway prizes. If you tune into the regional tournament this weekend, we will be giving away four prizes that are X-Wing related, and it's going to be pretty awesome. I'll throw up the face cam. Here, you get to look at my ugly mug for a second. What's up, guys? Repping the Star Wars T-shirt. Yeah. Also, this is gonna look a lot better for the tournament. That's okay though. Yeah, probably 2 minutes. I'll have Kurt in here first, followed by the Tabletop General, and then I'll show off my prizes. They're sitting over there. And that is the General's head, right, filling the entire shop cam there. I was talking without the microphone. We got Kurt here. This we're gonna get rid of this too. This is our internet cable. But you come with a pretty heavy hitting Rebelist. I played something a lot like it on the stream before. I had Kean instead of Wedge. But what are you thinking when you see a Decimator on the other side? First of all,
I actually like seeing Decimators. That list has traditionally done very, very well against Decimators.
you bring the damage early, and Decimators hate that.
Yeah, I got a ton in early on this one, too. I went against my better judgment and put myself in the front of too many shots way too early. I turned in way too early. Should have gone for at least one mangle on Fell first.
The general has actually been on the the show before against a 10-num Mangler list, and he's like, all right, if there's one ship that my list hates the most, that one's got to die. It's like, he can't like fly in, he'll lose two stealth devices, but that one's got to go.
It's a very interesting list. I've played him many times. I've played him several times today with his usual auto scepters list, and that usually is go after Fell first, and I didn't do that this time. And I think I didn't quite know what to do with him with the Decimator.
In most situations, shooting the fat ship first is a good idea because you'll never clear it, and by the end of the game you'll be dead and he'll limp away. But it's hard to decide, you know.
And this list struggles against Fat Han and things of that nature. It's if I don't go for that first, I can't get through it later on in the game. So.
And then he limps away with 3 hull and a bunch of MOV.
I lost a game once doing that where it was my 2 bandits and I just could not get a shot through and he was almost dead. So it's one of those things where I should go against this big turret ship in every situation except this one situation.
You're coming to the tournament, right? Is there any other list you're excited to play against or not so excited to play against?
No, I still haven't decided if that's going to be the list I play. I've played this same list for many months now, and I've done really well in a few tournaments. I came in second and third at different tournaments with that list so far, and right now I'm thinking that that's not going to be the list for regionals, and that's probably a bad thing for me to do at this point, but I don't know.
I mean, you said you were tired, but there's still some guys out there if you want to test something else.
I'm probably going to go back out, and I kind of want a rematch with that list again, so I'm going to see if I can coax a rematch out of the general.
That'll be, the 4th time you played him this evening?
That'll be the 4th time today.
But, yeah, thanks for coming on the show. I'll see you Saturday, and I'm going to grab the general in here. Any final thoughts before we leave you?
No, I don't think I have anything else.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night. Oh yeah, the general is confused because we swapped the chair side on. What's up, dude? How you doing tonight?
Doing all right, thank you.
So you play your auto scepters a lot, and you're considering that or this list. What made you come around to this list, and how many games have you tried with it?
All right, so at this point, I've probably played, I don't know, maybe 10 games with the setup that we saw just a few minutes ago. This list won regionals in Scotland, I believe, and I was doing a review for my website about 2 weeks ago of all of the lists that had won regionals up until that point. And I was surprised at how many times we saw Decimator and Soontir Fell at the top. And this was the only build that didn't feature the rear admiral. So it kind of stood out to me a little bit, and that combination of the Decimator and the Interceptor is just not something that we've seen a lot in the Atlanta area. I'm not sure exactly what the justification is because we used to see the Decimator and a Phantom all the time, but just nobody really paired it up with an Autoceptor yet. So I wanted to run it just as preparation to see exactly how it worked because, I mean, the ships are kind of obvious, but I had no idea what the tactics were going to be and what to expect out of it if I faced it. So I wanted to play around with it a little bit just to sort of see how things went, and I'm liking it a lot. Like, a lot. So I'm tempted to do a couple of minor tweaks to it to kind of make it my own, and take it for a spin this Saturday.
I'd say a big reason that we haven't seen a lot of Interceptors with it is that Decimator's really expensive. And even you won the game tonight, obviously, but you lost that Decimator. You went from a substantial lead to a substantial deficit. Does that bother you? It's like the Decimator is an expensive ship that will inevitably, it'll limp away or it'll die early. So does your strategy change at all if that Decimator goes off the table in, I don't know, the second or third turn?
I mean, absolutely. It's definitely going to change my strategy when I lose a big centerpiece of the list like that. but I'm not all that worried about it because the biggest thing that Decimators fear is swarms. Just put a lot of dice on there. And with the engine upgrade that I'm running on there, if I see a swarm of pilot skill 2 B-Wings, say, lining up good shots, I'm just going to boost away. I won't get away from all the shots, but I'll take less damage than I would before. And that's one of the things I like about this setup is using Predator. The Decimator is really action independent. It doesn't need its actions to do damage. And really, what I use it for is sort of the punch in the face method that I feel like I'm always talking about. I'm using it to completely neuter the biggest threat to Soontir. That's why in this game I went straight after 10 numb and just poured all the damage on him I could.
It's not the first time you've been on the show talking about how annoying 10 numb is to your interceptors.
Right, and he doesn't really scare the Decimator all that much because so what if his crit's uncancelable? Decimator's not canceling it anyway. I'm not harmed by that in any shape, form, or fashion. So I like this matchup as a mirror match against a similar build with the Rear Admiral and Soontir Fel, because Oiken, especially with Gunner and Vader as a combo, can literally clear an interceptor in one turn. So if I do see that mirror match where I have to face the Rear Admiral and an interceptor, yes, the Rear Admiral is going to be more effective than Oiken is, but it's going to be a 2-on-1 fight because my interceptor is going to stick around for longer than theirs is.
And that's what's important, is having the last ship on the table. Any other thoughts about the tournament in general, being on the show, your blog? How are you feeling going into this weekend?
So I'm a little uneasy because I was such a champion of those triple interceptors for so long, and then Kurt and I it was actually our third game of the night that we just saw on the stream. We just played his 4 B-Wings and a Z95 versus my 3 interceptors 2 games in a row, and he kind of wiped the floor with me a couple of times just because he's really good with blocking with them, and they just put out so much damage, and they take so long to kill that even with perfect shots, 3 interceptors are probably not killing a B-Wing in a turn. So I'm uncomfortable running the 3 interceptors at the moment, and I think I'm going to have to switch over to the interceptor Decimator just from a standpoint of I'm feeling hot with it, and it's something that I'm having fun with right now. So I'm a little uncomfortable with the fact that I'm not that familiar with the list. I'm not that familiar with flying a big base ship. It's something I do from time to time, but I'm just not comfortable with it. I was really, really, really surprised that I didn't land the Decimator on one of those asteroids in our game just a few minutes ago as it snuck up behind his force. But at the same time, I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. I was relatively new to the game last year when we came into regionals, and I thought those Phantoms were the best thing since sliced bread. So I brought a couple of Phantoms, a couple TIE Fighters, and I said, I'm going to run all over these people. And then I ran into Turret City.
I was about to say it didn't happen, did it?
Oh, no. I mean, I definitely got a couple of wins in, but I don't want to talk about the final positioning on the day. So kind of like I took this year's Store Championship season as a chance to prove myself as far as where I've ended up based off of where I was at the same time last year, I'm really hoping to make a good showing this weekend at regionals just to kind of, again, prove to myself that I can hang with big boys.
That absolutely sounds like a good time. I'll be here. I'll be here. Maybe you'll be on the show. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. But fair point. And I'm sure you probably get some. We'll be running polls to see people want to see certain lists or what have you. Maybe you'll get some votes from your blog. I would like you to do me a favor though, General. Hand me that stack of stuff over there. I didn't tell him about this previously, but I guess I don't need that. It was there was a big bottle of water in the stack. The General and I are gonna show off the prizes that we're gonna give away on our stream to you viewers on Saturday. First thing, almost at the very start of the show, as soon as the first match ends, I will be giving away or selecting a winner. Excuse me. For here, you can. He's going to be Vanna. This exactly this IG 2000 expansion pack. So
This exact one.
so I'll lick it if you want me to. There's a. So if you log in, the coverage of the tournament starts at 10:15 in the morning. The first match promptly at 11. Less than 5 minutes after that first match is over, I will announce the winner of this prize. The second prize is this TIE Advanced expansion pack. Because everybody knows the Imperial Raider is on its way to shelves, hopefully in the next 37 years. And it comes with some new pilots for your TIE Advanced, and we're gonna be giving away a new one. Or another one with the original expansion pack. What comes in that? I think there's some missiles and squad leader, maybe.
So the TIE Advance is probably the expansion that I know the absolute least about because it was kind of relegated to the dust heap before I really started playing. So I know it comes with a lot of duplicates of what's in the X-Wing kit because there weren't a lot of expansions early on. It comes with Vader. That's the important part. It comes with Darth Vader.
Who does not come in the Imperial Raider, and he's the one you really want that advanced targeting computer for.
Right. So it's going to come with that. It's definitely going to come with a couple of missiles. I believe it comes with Squad Leader or Swarm Tactics, one or the other. I think it's Squad Leader that lets you pass an action off to a friendly pilot with a lower pilot skill. And yeah, I've drawn a blank beyond.
That might be it. I think that's where cluster missiles comes from. Maybe. Yeah. And for the next ship, we're going to be the next prize, we're going to be giving another Wave 1 ship. Here we have a Y-Wing, so you can fly some of that Thug Life we're talking all about. Of course, to run Thug Life the real way, you need a title from Most Wanted. But, yeah, here's our prize support, or our giveaway items for most of the day. And then, if you stick around, and you're with us until about 11:30 on Saturday night, you will. And not if you're. He just said it's past his bedtime. It's not going to be if you're going to number one.
Oh, right, Red Bull. Okay, let's go.
Lots of Red Bull, maybe some coffee. I don't know. But the last prize for our giveaway is this big old honker that I got to grab from behind me. We will be giving away a Star Wars Armada core set to a viewer who is still watching at the time of our final match at approximately 12 a.m. Saturday night. The general likes Armada. Give us a quick rundown about what's in the box and how do you feel about it.
Well, my first question is, can I be present and still win? I can log in from my phone. No, Armada's a great game.
This is heavy.
Armada's a great game. I absolutely love it. It's still early on in developing. Take that and talk for a few minutes. So the core set includes a Victory Star Destroyer, a Nebulan B frigate, and a Corellian Corvette. And it also comes with some TIE Fighters and X-Wings. It's going to come with Hal Runner and Luke Skywalker for unique characters in your fighter squadrons. It's got everything you need to play approximately a 180-ish point game, maybe a little bit more if you push it on the upgrades. And up until just a couple of weeks ago, this was everything that existed in the game of Armada. So, you're not far behind the curve if you're just starting out. This is all you get. There's only a couple of ships that have been released that aren't inside of this pack. So you get everything you need to start the game. You get all your maneuver templates and tokens and way more tokens, and there's a lot of tokens in that one. But yeah, it's a good start towards getting into the fun game that is Armada. I mean, it's similar to the X-Wing starter kit. It's not everything you need for a full-size game at this point. Again, that supports up to around 180 points or so, and a full-size game is 300, but you can build a full list from 2 of those, and it's definitely got enough in it to get you started.
That sounds awesome. I would it be terribly rude of me to go with my personal Twitch account and enter the raffle? I feel like it's really unlikely that I would win, but
I mean, you know, you got to stack the odds in your favor a little bit.
I mean, I could make more account. I don't know. Anyway, thanks, General, for coming on the show. It's always a pleasure. I will see you Saturday.
Yes. Here.
I hope you wear the bells. Since that's but that's about it for that. And so I'll be I don't know, some of you probably saw my forum post announcing our whole streaming schedule and whatnot. I will be updating that post with the prizes. Probably this evening or tomorrow sometime. But we're gonna get some more. You can stop looking at us talking and get some more X-Wing here on the table. Give me about 3 minutes. I think the guys are already set up, but I'm gonna